Hello guys, and welcome to your match preview of Chelsea versus Dynamo Kiev on Thursday at 5:55 p.m. I think this leg, being 3-0 up, is good for Chelsea, and we'll definitely want to rotate the team. But I want to warn you guys that Kiev are no suckers at home, and it'll still be a tough game for the boys. And first up, looking at the opposition, they have a very good record at home at the Olympic Stadium in Kiev. Of their last 7, they've won 6 and drawn 1. And I believe in the Europa League last 16, where they've been for the last, 7 or 8 seasons, they've only lost twice at home since 2012. So we definitely have to rotate, but we can't underestimate the pedigree of these guys, particularly in their own patch, where it's obviously a much better atmosphere for them. Having said that, a draw will do, a 1-0 defeat will do if needs be. And I think it's very important, if we want to still fight on 2 fronts and get top 4 and Europa League, we need to rotate tomorrow. And I think that we look at definitely bringing in, we've got to basically make sure that Hazard, Jorginho, Emerson, Pedro even, they all can kind of stay at home or have some time out, because I think if we want to win at Everton and keep them fit for the rest of the campaign, those guys have to stay basically and be rested, get some rest, because we've been playing every 3-4 days for the last couple of months, and it's just too much for them particularly. So my team for Thursday, having said that, would be Caballero in goal, Alonso at left back, Christensen and Luiz in the middle, Zappacosta on the right. In midfield, I'd have Ampadu as a regista, obviously with Kovar moving in there if needs be, and then Kovar and Barkley further forward. And then my front 3 would be Hudson-Odoi, Willian and Olivier Giroud. And I'll justify that. I think for sure Ampadu should get a go as regista at 3-0 up. Our creative play isn't as important, and I think in a defensive role, he'd be able to sort of, if we do have any nasty situations, drop back into a back 3, which would be good for us. I think the other 2 midfielders, I'd much rather have played Loftus just to give one of those 2 a rest. But I've heard Loftus isn't fit, so I'll probably bring him on at half time or 60 minutes. Hopefully Maurizio does. And I think up front, Hazard, as I've said, can't play. I think Hudson-Odoi has to play. I think, 3-0 up, he can definitely do some damage against a sort of quite weak Kiev side, who, despite being good at home, don't have the best defence. I think he'll be really good for popping in crosses for Giroud, much like in the first leg, Willian and Pedro did it. And I think just as long as we don't concede early and we don't make stupid mistakes, we really should be going through pretty comfortably into that last 8. Whether Arsenal will also be there, by the way, guys, is still to be seen for sure. But let's hope they're not, just because it's another tougher team to play. And as we advance through the competition, we've obviously got to look at our selections, make sure they get sort of stronger or match the opposition. But basically, I just want to get through with the least damage possible, but making sure that we have a great team, all in peak physical condition, so that we can fight and beat Everton on Sunday and move into the international break, hopefully in the top 4, which would be fantastic. Alternatively, I think, if we don't win tomorrow, it'll be probably the biggest disappointing result of probably the Abramovich era. I'd go as far to say it'd be a big debate there, but I don't think we'd have such a bigger letdown. But as far as I'm concerned, there shouldn't be problems. There really shouldn't. Chelsea, a good side, get back to Stamford Bridge, still in the Europa League, all intact, and have a good one, guys. Enjoy the game, and up the Chels.